You say you'll never be lost without me. Say you'll never be lost and lonely. You're just a girl.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Fred, and welcome to The Shed. I don't know about you, but I really miss live shows. The excitement, the anticipation, the loud music. I miss it all. And as a musician that spent years on the road, I actually really miss touring as well. Touring is crazy. There's a lot that can go wrong and a lot that the fans never really get to see. There's logistical issues, dealing with gear, venues, the people you're touring with. That in and of itself can be an issue. Things are bound to open up at some point and we'll all be out there playing shows again, and I cannot wait. In the meantime, I wanted to share with you some of the most important lessons I've learned from my years on the road and the stories behind them. Before we get started, make sure to click like on the video and subscribe to my channel. Some people told me they didn't get notifications for the last video, so make sure you click the little bell icon so you know when I post a new video. Touring tip number 1, make connections. Don't just sit in the van until it's time to play your set. Go in, watch the other bands, make friends, be a part of it, meet fans. Make those connections. Many of the friends I have now are people I met on the road 10, 20 years ago. Those connections can lead to so many more things in your career. When Taking Back Sunday opened for Blink-182 in 2003, I had no idea that in 2008, my solo band, The Color Fred, would be asked to go out with Angels and Airwaves. But that's what relationships can do.
I played Angels and Airwaves. I used to play in a band called Blink-182, and I want to say one thing. Fred used to be in Taking Back Sunday, and I have to put myself out there and let you guys know what it's like to leave a gigantic band. It's really, really hard. And if I had my druthers, which is a term from the 50s, I'd be touring with Fred for the next year. And I want to say that 100,000% I am giving a stamp of approval on The Color Fred, and I love him. I love him so much. I want to make love to Fred.
Another connection from that tour, Matt Ribano is actually in Angels and Airwaves with Tom DeLonge now. Those things can last. One time, me and a few of the Taking Back Sunday guys were hanging out in Amsterdam, and we ran into Mike Dirnt and Trey Cool from Green Day. So we started talking to them. They didn't know us. They didn't know our band. But we started talking to them, and they thought we were nice guys. And they were telling us how great the show was the night before and how much they rocked it. And lo and behold, 2 weeks later, they called us to open up for them at Milton Keynes Bowl for their Bullet in the Bible DVD. And we played 2 nights to 65,000 people. You know, you never know what those little connections are going to do. So get out of the van, go watch the bands, and make some friends. Tip number 2, travel light. This is a personal one for me. Not all guys travel light, but I think it's way better. You're going through customs, you're going across the Canadian border, you're going in and out of hotels. The more junk you're carrying with you, the less you're going to enjoy life on the road. So I travel as light as possible. So what do you absolutely need to bring? Well, 2 things I would recommend is a pair of flip-flops. You're not going to get a shower every day. That's just the way it is, especially on van tours. But that one shower when you need one can sometimes not be the best situation. Wear something on your feet. You know, I always bring flip-flops so I can get in a shower and not worry about what I'm going to get on my feet a week later. Number 2 is what we used to call show clothes. Show clothes is an outfit that you wear just to play on stage. You know, the nice shirt that you like and your tight jeans. That time on stage is when you're going to sweat the most. So at the end of the night, when you're ready to leave the venue, get changed into your baggy shorts and your t-shirt and hang those clothes up somewhere, preferably nowhere near your luggage, you know, in the trailer or with your gear. Then you wear the shorts and t-shirt through the sound check until the next night when you're going to play. After a few days, those clothes are going to get pretty nasty, so you're going to want to find a laundromat. But the point is, you don't want to wear those show clothes all day long. Put on some nice comfy clothes that you wear when you're traveling. Tip number 3, be prepared for the worst. I want to show you a video from my very first tour. It was my band called Brody in 1997. This is my best friend Bill on that tour.
Okay, basically we just played, and about how many people watched us? At least 4. About 4, and the only reason they actually watched us is because they wanted to borrow our equipment afterwards. So
yeah, so there are nights that are going to be amazing, and there are other nights when you're going to be totally amped up to play, and it's going to be a different experience. Now, when I say be prepared for the worst, I mean to be ready to play your heart out either way. The chances are the few people that did show up to that show are the most dedicated music fans in that town, no doubt. I can think of one of the early Breaking Pangea tours. We played a party that we weren't getting paid for in Athens, Ohio. There weren't many people there. We played our heart out. There was one dude there, and I'm friends with him to this day. He told me, you guys should come up to Dayton. There's a better scene there, and I can get you on some good shows. So we went up to Dayton, Ohio. We wound up playing with some of the guys from Hawthorne Heights, and eventually, within a year, Dayton, Ohio was the #1 city for Breaking Pangea to play. We could pack the places there. And it was the hub of where we started all our tours. And it never would have happened if it wasn't for that one tiny show we played in this girl's living room in Athens. So you never want to write those things off. You never know where it could lead down the road. Tip number 4, don't party too hard. Now I know I'm coming at risk here of looking like an old nerdy dude, but I'm telling you, it can be hard out there. I normally will lose my voice in the beginning of the tour. People pull their backs out. You got to keep yourself up physically and mentally. Save it for the night off on tour. Sure, you're out on the road. You want to have a great time. You should do that. You should have a blast. But a lot of young bands, they may picture that it's just a party 24/7. And in order for it to be a party 24/7, you're going to have to pay people to come and make sure you get to the stage on time. You do have commitments. And for a smaller band, you have to make it to the stage every night. And you have to be able to sing and perform. So take it easy. That's all I'm saying. Tip number 5, don't be a jerk. Now, I realize this is very similar to the first tip, make connections, but I want to reiterate how important it is. You want it to be a nice atmosphere on tour for you and the other bands, the guys you're with, your roadies, your techs, and the other guys in your band. You didn't sleep last night? Neither did we. It was a long drive between cities. Same here. We're all in the same boat when we're out there. It's hard. That's no reason to get grumpy about it. Keep your head up and keep moving. We're all a team out there. Let me tell you a story. I was out on tour with a really big band, and for about 2 weeks, the singer never said a word to us. So the last night I asked the tour manager, could I meet him? Because people are going to know I toured with them, and they're going to say, hey, was he a nice guy? And I don't know. I never met him. The guy said, yeah, we'll tell him to come say hello. Man, we chased him down after the show, and he just walked away from us, sunglasses on at night. We're like, hey, man, we're the opening band. Like, we just wanted to say hi. And he just kept walking as if we didn't exist, as if he didn't hear us. We were 2 feet from him. Well, I'm going to remember that the rest of my life. And, it's no loss to him, probably. But come on, man, let's be cool. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to drop any names on that. But I'll tell you, they weren't pretty fly. All right, guys, so those are my 5 important lessons I learned from touring. I think maybe you could apply them to other aspects of life as well, but let me know in the comments what you thought of it. Once again, please remember to hit like on the video and subscribe to my channel. We have a lot more videos coming your way, and I know you're going to like them. Also, make sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. The links are below, along with links to watch more episodes of In the Shed with Fred. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.
Stick around.